You gotta see that fucking high school.
Yeah.
That high school huge as fuck. It's like black.
Yeah.
She was like, I didn't even know. I was like, yeah, you wouldn't know, like, especially because it's nighttime, so a lot of people not. But I was like, yeah, Lancaster nice. Like,
Yeah, hey,
it was
yeah.
very nice. Like, and I was like, when we came out here, like, when we was in high school to play basketball, we was like, what the fuck? I was like, it's black people out. It's black people in here.
Yeah, hell yeah, it is.
I was like, yeah, it's nice out there. I was like, DeSoto kind of that way too. You know what I'm saying?
DeSoto, yeah. DeSoto and
It's nice, you know what I'm saying, but it's a lot of black folks, you know what I'm saying? I was like, it's more like suburb black folks, like they got jobs, they got careers.
yeah, hell yeah.
But they still like kind of, you know what I'm saying, hood or whatever. They still got that.
They still love.
Yeah.
It's like the kids of the intelligent black people. They be on that extra shit.
Yeah.
That's where it, like the shit be going like kind of left.
They get into some shit they ain't really in.
Yeah, everything from that.
Saw their mom and daddy doing this shit.
Yeah, so it's like
My daddy be on that type of shit, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Uncle P-Roy and them,
Yeah,
they be on that type of shit.
goofy shit.
I ain't on that shit, boy.
Yeah, nah.
That shit crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Fuck that.
I'm gonna do some music. I'm gonna make beats and shit. Ooh, I told me, saying Carly, I told that nigga, I said, fool, watch
Niggas on 7 man.
watch the Eagle beat these niggas. I'm like, there's something new, fool. I'm telling you, fool. That's how that shit go. They overpaid Carson Wentz. Now they ain't got no motherfucking,
This shit funny.
they ain't got no motherfucking film on this nigga under the league, so he finna clown for a little bit, get him a check. He's gonna be the starter next year for a couple of years, and they gonna get him over the hump where they need to be, and they're gonna find another nigga. They're just gonna come out and be in just a fucking cycle. That's what it is, of course. Same shit, bro.
Yeah.
If he do good and they start winning, he win like the next what? They got what, 4 games left, 5 games? The next 4 out of 5. It's a conversation for him to be a starter next year.
Yeah.
It's a conversation. And then in fucking training camp, he gonna get more. They gonna look at him more. They gonna put him with the starters more. They gonna it seem like the type of nigga he is. He gonna work on this game. Yeah. He been waiting for this opportunity because he know what failure's like. He know what getting his bench like. He know that feeling. And most niggas are coward in that situation. It's like, let's take what it is.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, not fucking keep working hard and be like, when I get my opportunity again, I'm not gonna let that shit happen.
Yeah.
That's type of shit I think. That's what's going on right now in his mind.
Yeah.
I know he like this one. I know who his pops or his mom or whoever is like his mentor called him there and say, bro, this is one of the biggest games. Like this is your like job interview for the league.
Yeah, yeah.
If you got 1 year, this is your job interview right now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, bro.
But yeah, I'm with it. Let's see. What else? Oh, what you think about the Jeezy versus Gucci versus?
That shit was dope. I liked it. I forgot how many hits fucking Jeezy had.
Right.
Like, I know when
Jeezy won, definitely.
Definitely. And Gucci doing all that shit, like, I don't mind playing the song. I like that shit. Like, that's
Right.
Gucci, that's Gucci being Gucci, but all the extra shit, like, nigga,
Yeah.
pop on the body bag, nigga, we smoking pop all night, like, all that shit extra.
Yeah.
But, like, just looking at it and being real and, like, that shit looks staged. Because they done so icy at the end of it, so they had to talk about that type of
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna play this song. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, it feels, it look kind of
Stage.
just staged to me. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't think that shit was authentic, but the message got across.
Yeah.
The point got across, you know what I'm saying? No matter if it was staged or not.
Yeah.
The point of like, bro, like, alright, you got my partner, you pop, I see my nigga gonna do this, you pop, whatever. But look at all these motherfuckers we gonna birth from Atlanta.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we got Atlanta Pop,
Yeah, I like
Atlanta the number one motherfucking scene, you know what I'm saying? Niggas moving from everywhere to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, look what we kind of accomplished here, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's fuck out the bullshit, let's get money and keep, you know what I'm saying? The point got across, but, like, that other shit, I think just for entertainment reasons and having talked about, I think they planned it like this. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
Could be. I didn't think it was planned. I think it's like, for me, I don't want Gucci to come kill me or nothing like that.
Watch your mouth, nigga.
But you know, like the way I look at it is kind of like, yeah, I say that off camera, cause I mean.
Can't say that, fool, because now why you gotta edit that shit out too. I can say that off camera, but they'll be like, oh, this nigga, nah, just fuck with you.
Yeah, I ain't sure.
Nah,
but nah, I just think it was cool. I liked it. I liked it.
You know, nigga that watching that episode 16, you like, yeah, I can't say this.
What happened?
You be watching that episode 16 or 15. You like, I'm saying that on camera.
15?
Drunken, Eric Drunkenness, whatever your name, that shit.
Oh yeah, I was drunk in the pit.
He's going ham on that.
I was. You can see me too. So going back and forth.
Who?
Me.
Going back and
getting up, going over there and get a drink.
You know that shit. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't, but like, you can see me. As a matter of fact, I watched like 30 minutes of it. And I think I did see you get up and go over there. Ken was like, "Nigga, damn, nigga, what you doing?" Or something. And I was like, "What's that nigga doing?" I didn't think of it, but I was listening to that first part, and I was, you can see it too.
Get my drunk. That was really a bad podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was a lot of yelling, a lot of talking over each other. Like, man,
I cut it short.
I saw it, nigga. I saw that whole like I was like.
When shit was really finna get it.
That's what I saw. I was like, cause I was like 20 minutes into it, and I was like,
it's dry.
Not even that. It's not even dry, but I was like, we were talking about basketball, and I looked at the time, and I was like, damn, it's only an hour and 14. That's what it was. That's what it is.
It's actually like 2 or 3 hours.
Okay.
And then
the video one that I see.
Yeah, it's 59.
That's the one you got. You got the whole audio. No,
yeah.
Okay, because I keep seeing 2 of them. I be like, my mom playing tricks on me. Like, I saw one for like 114 or something. And I was like, on the video, I was like, I was gonna text like, you cut the good shit out, nigga. I was gonna text your ass. I was like, this nigga cut the juice.
Get it on our Patreon.
Facts. I was like, he cut the good shit out. Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, we was going ham in that hoe.
Yeah, we was, bro. We dumb lit. You know, so I got it.
That's how we should do the vote.
We went drunk, hell nah.
Get some drink. Everybody got to take a shot everybody take 3 shots an episode.
Boy, hell nah.
Look at this nigga here.
Yeah, I was back to the bitch at work yesterday. I got a trigger problem.
Who?
Me.
You got one?
Yeah. I was mad at the bitch because I went to work early to get off at 8:30 so I can go to the liquor store.
This nigga here.
I swear to God, B. Some shit fucked up.
Couldn't make it. Pissed off, huh?
Yeah, I had to settle for some beer. So I just went, I got off I ended up getting off 9:30. My girl was like, damn, I thought you were coming home, bro. And I said, hey, man, shit fucked up. I had to stay there, bro. I was just like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, fool. That's what I was talking about? Somebody maybe we'll talk about that out there too. I don't know. Start the shit. Just know something. Yeah, I got an idea, fool. I got shit to do.
Yeah.
This little situation.
What about what?
The situation you just heard about the liquor. I was talking to you about this one. You was talking about this shit.
Yeah. Hoover.
Hoover Johnson?
Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah, fool. We can start that shit. We can cut this shit out.
Yeah.
We can start that shit like that shit would be dope.
Niggas thinking that shit because Lil Bro said that shit, but I don't know if
Who said that?
Dub said that shit we work. Yes.
That's who. I was like, something.
I said that shit.
Yeah, I was like,
I said, but I was shocked because he was like, he was saying that shit because he was like, damn, we need
that's what I was. So I was like, someone was telling me about this shit.
Yeah, it was me. It was on the podcast with
yeah, that's
with Josh.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, fool. Like, how do we get that shit, like, we gotta do that, like,
Yeah.
get that shit going. How they Uber Eats stuff? Like, what do they, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to make it, like, what do you gotta do to
I mean, we can talk about it. We can discuss it. I think I gotta. If you really want to try to do something like that, I think I can give us a scenario.
what?
I can give a scenario of what, how we can do it.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Shit.
Yeah.
We can start that how ourselves. We can be like the Uber motherfuckers. I'll do that shit. Grind work up until we make some money, motherfucker.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. We gotta do this podcast.
I like driving.
Yeah, we talk about it. But what I'm finna say, yeah, bro. So that shit had me like, I was pissed off about that shit. But
you know, bad nigga pissed off about the liquor. You gotta make some liquor stuff.
Like, goddamn.
That's why you can't be fucking playing this shit, fool.
Oh yeah.
You can't sit one way in your head like, yeah, nigga, we knock at 8:30, gonna make
Man.
to the liquor store at this time, like, ain't shit gonna go wrong, like.
Man, you know what's crazy? I didn't do shit yesterday. I put old man on the shit. I'm like, I'm part of that way, like, nigga, you ain't did shit. I was there watching the game, like, the whole time. And then, like, he got to a point where he stopped at the bench, and I was like, oh, bro, I've never seen this raw material in my life.
Man, that's fucked up.
Yeah, so I asked, this is about, like, 7:30. So I asked Dub, bro, like, I ain't never seen it. Dub say, I never seen this shit either. So I called somebody like, hey, this raw material, I ain't never seen it. Where is it located? He ain't hit me back. He got home chilling with the family, so we had to call the goddamn chemist. He was like, he told me I had to put some other shit and do some other shit.
Yeah, I mean, this shit will take forever.
Yeah, it didn't even take forever. It was just like, it's just a process, bro. I gotta do this, that, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like 8:30.
This nigga over here doing it. There goes the liquor store.
Man, I told Dub
like,
that
what,
shit.
fool? What you say?
And the thing of it is, it's like, because this shit happened to me before. It get to a certain point with like our batches and shit, bro, where the shit, the material separate. And when it separate, bro, it ain't no good. And it just costs a couple ass money. Cause you do all this product in and it's no paint. It just fucking separate. So like that was the thing, we trying to make sure that bitch didn't separate. You know what I'm saying? And you know, of course I stayed, cause that's the thing too. Like I was telling my supervisor, like, you know, it ain't no trip, cause shit, nigga, if we ain't making paint, we ain't gonna have no fucking job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if this shit fuck up, we gonna be out of no fucking job. So let's make sure this shit is good. You know what I'm saying? That way, shit, nigga, keep my shit rolling, keep this shit rolling. Right. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, that shit happened. What's another topic we gonna talk about? We talked about the verses. There was a lot of shit that went on.
Shit, my sober October. We ain't do no podcast on my first. That's what we should do.
What?
We should do a podcast where everybody stay sober for a minute.
Yeah.
When we come back, we smoke. Just right before the podcast and do that.
Caught my first case at 30.
I ain't want to say nothing. I was gonna let him bring it up.
Caught my first case at 30. I ain't gonna talk much about it, but it's crazy. It's crazy though too. Like, have you seen they just passed the bill? I know you don't fuck with politics.
Nah, I fuck it.
You saw that? You know, it's funny because like I got into my shit or whatever, and I was like, oh, that ain't me. But it's not gonna go nowhere. It passed Congress, we gotta pass Senate. And I was just like that. But I thought it was cool, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, that's pretty dope.
Step in the right direction.
Yeah. But I was watching Cory Booker, he was saying that shit. He was like, it probably ain't gonna get passed now, but he said it's on a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that shit should be. And what we're talking about is the MORE Act. It's called, I can't remember the thing, but it's about, you know, marijuana, people who've been convicted of are charged with like marijuana crimes or whatever for like less than that, less than a certain amount of. They're gonna expunge your. If you have a previous record, they're gonna expunge it, and then they're also gonna let people out of jail who are in jail for that shit. And I think in this, it's really targeted towards like helping African Americans and brown people. You know what I'm saying? Because you have this shit on your record and it's an ounce of weed.
Yeah.
That shit don't really, make sense.
Nah, bro, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it don't make sense.
It's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up.
So anyway, yeah, that's cool.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, right. No,
Yeah,
I ain't tripping. At first I was, now I'm kind of like,
kind of over it now.
yeah, kind of like whatever, bro. But yeah, man. What else we want? It was something else I wanted to talk about. But anyway, yeah.
Biden president.
Yeah,
Fuck out of
Biden
here with this shit. Hear about this shit, bro. That shit ain't doing shit. Fuck out of here.
See, that's why shit like the Moore Act can't get passed because this nigga didn't vote.
You right. I'm on my Stevie Jackson shit.
What's Steve Jackson say?
I'm listening to Stevie Jackson. Be on that real shit, bro. Vote like the nigga said.
Do he vote?
Nope.
He's an idiot. I'm just playing. I like Steve Jackson. He's a great basketball player, phenomenal.
Nigga don't vote it out.
As far as politics go, they probably should. No, I'm just playing.
It's real, fool.
Nah, I
They
believe.
ain't for the system. The system ain't changed. Man, politics. Niggas ain't helping us.
Yeah.
Niggas know it. Niggas want to get up there and just, I don't know, get a check. Having that shit for real. But I was talking to Big Bro one day.
Did he vote?
I think he did. No, he didn't this year. But he was talking to Ed. He was like, man, honestly, fool, I was telling Ed, we got a big ass one, fool. He was mad at me. He was like, man, pissed off. He was like, honestly, fool, if I was gonna vote, I'd vote for Trump. And I was like, really? I was like, I ain't tripping on that, but I was like, I just want to know. I was like, what's your thinking behind it? Like, why would you do that? Why would you vote for him?
Yeah, what's the rationale?
Yeah, and I was like, shit, I'm always open, nigga. I just want to know. Like,
Right.
he made a lot of things like, bro, like, Democrats make all these programs for us. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then when the Republicans get back to office, you just shut the program down, get rid of it. You know, all these programs. They're supposed to help us out, but they just shut them down.
Right.
He was like, Republicans, they want to give money. They think that's going to solve it. He was like, and that's what will solve the problem. He was like, give me all the money I can so I can take care of my own people. I don't want y'all taking care of our people.
Right.
Because y'all ain't going to do right by us. Y'all going to do some bullshit and think y'all, the way y'all need to take. He was like, we've been taking care of people already without the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me the money so I can do what the fuck we want to do with it and take care of our own communities and build our own hospitals and have the way we want. And I was like, I fucks with that. I was like, that makes sense, bro. I was like, that makes a lot of sense to me. And I was like, I don't give a fuck what nobody says, but yeah, you right. I feel that 100%.
Yeah.
Give us the bread and let us do what we want to do. But put it into the hands of the right people and let them build our own communities up and do what the fuck we know was, because we come from those communities. Y'all don't. Y'all just see or heard some shit, but y'all don't live it. You know what I'm saying? So
I guess politics to me is just money.
yeah.
But like, even like for me with like African Americans, the leadership has to be, how do I say this? And this is the thing, I feel like the things that African Americans need, I would never put that on anybody. So I would never put that on like a Jay-Z, I would never put that on like a rapper, entertainer, I wouldn't even put it on a politician, I wouldn't put it on, you just have to be of that ilk to know, like, to me, know what to do with the money.
Yeah.
So like for me, like I had a conversation at work with this old man, and we was talking, and I was like, you gotta know how sophisticated shit is. I was like, even for Black Lives Matter, man, you have to pay like think tanks. You have to actually, African Americans have to build more think tanks. Like, that's something people don't even know about. what is it called? Like lobbyists. You gotta pay lobbyists. You gotta pay people to lobby a bill, a law that you want into you know what I'm saying? Like in at the leadership realm, I can't say we don't have the money. You just have to have the people that know what the fuck, what to do with the money and how to go about that, or how to go about think tanks. It was another thing he mentioned that I was like, hell yeah, like you have to have those things. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, the crazy thing about it is like for me, the guy who I named my son after, Dr. Amos Wilson, in that book, and the Blueprint for Black Power, he talks about all that shit, like, and there's like so many levels to the shit where you have to pay on this level. You gotta pay professors to research the shit. You got like really what you paying for, bro?
Services.
You pay, yeah, but you also like you gotta pay people to research it to make it stick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta pay motherfuckers to. That's what I look at it as. You have to, and the leadership has to know that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can start. I think Diddy started a a black party or something like that. But you really gotta know the know-how, bro. And then you also have to. You have to get donors. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get people who know what this shit is about. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I hate to say it like in a way like this, but a lot of rappers don't know that. I'm not saying Jay-Z or such. I'm just saying that because it got to be more than them niggas. You get what I'm saying? For it to really like.
So what's stopping? I was talking about Jordan Lucas, and he said he saw Will Smith at 250 acres.
Right.
Like, what's stopping somebody like to have 250 acres? It's like a little small city, right? Like a little country maybe.
Right.
Why not country, but a little town, like a little
Right.
small. Why not like put your own grocery store in there, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what does it take to do it? Like a lot of, if you own a land, you can build anything on it, right?
Yeah. It depends on the type of land you got.
It depends on.
And like.
I always think it like.
But you know, that goes into like another thing with like ordinances and shit like that. You gotta pay a motherfucker to change that shit.
Yeah, that's like mob do that shit all the time.
I mean,
inspections and all.
Yeah, bro. Like you just, that's why I say like with having money, like even for me, like when I think of people who just because you have money don't mean shit to me. It's like
you don't know what to do with the money.
You gotta really know. Like Nipsey Hussle to me was a fine, perfect example of that. In your neighborhood, you built a store where it's kind of like a fucking now it became a monumental thing. So you're bringing money into the community, and then you start, like you was talking about earlier, what you was telling your son. Now you reeing up. Now you getting the chicken spot. Now you getting this spot. Now you getting this. Then you start talking to the politics and the police officers. Where you think the shit was finna go? It's gonna stop motherfucking police from harassing people in that area. It's just that's how that shit works. And he has the money because you paying. And the thing of it is, when you start owning the land and the property and shit, you should pay the politicians, and you should. The police people, they have to fuck with you now because you paying their salary. You know what I'm saying? You paying that, like how you think you get paid, bro? You know what I'm saying? Because I actually own it. Like, you really start paying for real taxes when you own the shit. When you own, like you own the house, you're paying taxes on that shit. Foreign police, how you think you getting your bread? So, yeah, that's what I think. I just think like that's where to me it goes to. It goes to like the leadership knowing and actually, you know, being willing to. And I feel like that's a sacrifice. That's a big sacrifice to ask somebody when you don't come from a group where a lot of people are doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard for just one person to do some shit like that. And that one person I don't care how much money you got, you ain't got enough to change to really, you know what I'm saying? But Nipsey Hussle, he made a big difference with that smart. Like that's the thing, like for me with him, that's why I fuck with it, cause I saw the bigger picture of it. You know? Yeah, I saw the bigger picture of that shit, bro. You know. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, that shit, like I said, that shit, like, you know what he could have become.
Yeah. And you know the crazy thing about Nipsey, bro? They put up a list of the books he was reading. The books that I've read, and like where I'm telling you, I got that type of information of research and think tanks and all that shit. He was reading us. He was reading Dr. Claude Anderson. Like, these people tell you this shit, bro. They tell you, like, because they, like, Dr. Claude, he worked in politics. He like, that's how that shit go, bro. It's a pay, and you do this for me, I do this for you. And shit. But just imagine if you got so much money, and you know you pay a motherfucker. It's like you go to a store, and you go to McDonald's, and your hamburger ain't right. Yeah, you gotta redo this shit, because I'm paying you the money. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah. No.
Shit crazy as hell.
Yeah. I don't know. What's another topic?
So we been fucking with draft?
Draft.
NBA draft?
Yeah. I watched LaMelo Ball. It looked nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who your picker for this season? Right now, going off the real quick down.
LaMelo.
No, who win championship?
Oh,
It's off the real. It's a bold prediction.
Lakers.
Lakers. Not mad at that. Not mad at that.
I don't like the Lakers. I don't want them to win.
I don't either.
I don't.
So I'm gonna go with.
A lot of it too depends on. I think it's gonna be the Lakers and the Nets.
That's what I was going with. Lakers and Nets. But that's what I want to say the Nets. But
I gotta see how Kevin Durant look.
it's not even that for me. I'm still saying them. But my other pick is just depending on where James Harden goes that trade.
Oh, I was just gonna say
That's a big, like, if he goes somewhere, like, if he go to, like, the Heat,
or if he go to Milwaukee.
he go to Milwaukee, like, I'm okay, I might take it.
If he go to Philadelphia, I don't see that.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't see it for that. If he go to Milwaukee, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Now,
But-
now they got some niggas that can close.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing about with Milwaukee, they gotta give up Middleton, and I feel like they need Middleton.
I think them two niggas, that'd be good. They can find someone to do that.
I like Middleton as a good third. He's not a Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, I like him as a good third too.
You know what I'm saying?
Right there, he might need it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he a good third, bro. Like a solid third.
Solid.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Where I
He
feel
can
like
be a solid two.
it, huh?
He could even be a solid two.
Yeah, but
he was a solid two this year. Actually.
yeah, but I can say him being a solid three because the defense is gonna focus on them two niggas. You got a nigga that can drive. You got a nigga that can shoot. They gonna focus on them two niggas and him the silent killer.
She like the Chris Bosh and shit.
Yeah, he gonna kill you.
Damn, that nigga had 25 tonight.
Damn, silently.
Fuck.
Yeah. James Harden don't get that bitch going. Yeah. Giannis, and then I think it's gonna make Giannis even better because they can't crowd the lane.
Yeah, that's what he lacked.
Yeah.
Like, crowd the lane, he just don't know what to do.
Yeah. So with James Harden, that'll open up them lanes, bro. And then, like I say, they been surrounding him with shooters. So, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I have to see how that works, but I like. There's a thing. I had a conversation with somebody. I think Kevin Durant is better than LeBron. I think Kevin Durant is better.
Is it offensive player or overall? Because I don't think overall. Because he can't play the D like LeBron James.
Nah, he don't.
He can't guard every position.
No.
LeBron James can guard every position on
Yeah.
the court. I don't think he's more intelligent than LeBron on the court. I heard niggas talk about LeBron. He say he tell niggas on the court, hey nigga, you supposed to run this play. You supposed to be here. Hey, no, get over here, bro.
Yeah.
You know the play like.
This is the thing with LeBron.
Fool, I wanna laugh and shit like that. Be like, what if like 20 years from now, fool, they be like,
The world is actually flat.
like, bro, that nigga, I tell my wife all the time, I be like, bro, hey, the nigga that we like, you deem as like,
Crazy.
this nigga crazy as hell, why the fuck would he say this nigga dumb and shit?
Yeah.
They be the niggas that, it's not crazy, we be the crazy ones.
It's funny, I was talking to Dub about this shit because I was like, I don't think Kanye West is crazy. I said, I don't. And I said, when he was on the Joe Rogan show, I watched that shit. That nigga was like, he said what he's like, because when I was on TMZ, they said, I said what I said, and they said I should go to the hospital for that. And he was like, and I didn't hurt nobody. Like, he didn't kill nobody, he ain't shot nobody. And Dub said, I always think that nigga ain't never been in trouble with no law. He never been no dope. No, he's like, I don't really think the nigga crazy either.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, he said he never in the media for nothing crazy. Like, he only in the media for some shit he said. And he was like, I just think that nigga played the game just really well.
No, that's what I think. He played the game very well.
Yeah, he said, I just think the nigga played that shit very well, bro. And it'd be like, and I was like, even like, man, it's just like, when I be listening, like when I was watching that Joe Rogan show, I was like, oh yeah, that nigga ain't off like that.
So you actually watched that shit?
Yes.
I couldn't watch it.
Why?
Because every time he asked him a question, it was just not the question he wanted to answer.
Oh, yeah.
It was just, he was all over the place.
Yeah.
My mind had, like, trying to understand what you said, but you just do. He everywhere, bro. Like, it's like he got a mind, like a lot got going on. Like, he just, it's racing all the time. You got thought after thought after thought that he just keeps saying, keeps spitting out and keeps spitting out, but he can't finish the first one that he wanted to, that he came out, and another one pop up, so he let that one bitch fly. It's like, bro, like,
I think this is like it's not an organized. His ideas are not organized.
But he got good ideas.
He got good ideas, and that's why. And I don't think he got great ideas. He just not. He's trying to say one thing and it's coming out another way.
That's what Joe Rogan said.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan like, bro, he's got great ideas, bro. It's just
it's hard for you.
You don't know how to like
articulate it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even in like when you talking and when you're speaking, you have to organize your thoughts and to fit a certain way to make it logical.
Yeah.
So it's like you know, it's just that. You gotta make two premises. Like in philosophy, you gotta like have two premises to conclude your thought. Like, you know what I'm saying? Two or more premises to, and all it is statements to back up why you conclude. Why you came to that thought. You know what I'm saying? That's just logic. So he don't do that. It's just he say, oh, you know, black people still in slavery,
but don't say two premises why he came up with it. He just black people shouldn't be in slavery.
Yeah. So then that's where people come in and be like, bro, that's a stupid ass statement because it's no. Yeah.
I thought what you just said. Was sound good.
And then when he talks and he elaborates, you kind of get what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, you should probably use some other words and that shit.
Yeah, man, I thought he was crazy. I don't pay attention to that shit.
Yeah.
I think I know what it is. Like, you know the game. It's a pattern, bro.
Yeah.
Happen all the time. Like, ain't new. Especially when he got on, nigga, like really on. He really saw the game, nigga, like,
finesse.
Finesse these for these niggas for his bag.
Yeah.
Keep getting his bag.
Keep getting it, bro.
I like it. Like, that's why I be like, shit, man. Like, yeah, Kanye out there in Wyoming and all this nigga. I like that shit. That's the type of shit I want. Buildings and shit out there. My own shit, nigga. My own restaurant out there, nigga. My own motherfucking grocery store with food grown out there from the land, nigga. I ain't gotta fuck with nobody, my nigga. Like, y'all come here for a shop if you want to. Discounted prices, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, food, but like.
You gotta, what you call that shit? Like, I think about that shit all the time. Like, cause it's like, that shit like deep to me, like, you know what I'm saying, like, just like having, like, I had told my partner, we was talking about like, filming this shit. I said,
Yeah, Lancaster nice. Like,
yeah, hell
it's
yeah.
very nice. Like,
Yeah, love.
yeah.
It's like the kids of the.
The next 4 out of 5. It's a conversation for him to